This is a tour of the Clarkson Museum. It's May 14th, 2017. This is the front, of which we had the whole front, the windows, the walls, the doors, all replaced in the fall of 2014. The year before, we had new windows put in upstairs. The reason we had to do this was because the original windows and wood was still there behind the siding. The wood was rotted, the windows were falling out. So it was a matter of doing something pretty quick. As you could see, I have the old check dancers that Charles used to have in his windows. Now we'll go in. This is the front part. We leave our Christmas trees up all year long. We have so many, it took quite a long time to set them up and take them down. I believe this round oak table was here probably from the beginning. That's the north wall. We'll go over to the south wall. We invested in a computer and a printer. It's not used too much, but it's here for future years. Up on the wall here we have a tapestry. Don't know where it came from. I think it's been here from the beginning. It was in the next room hanging up, or it was up on the top shelf, which is up there, where we have baby clothes, baby furniture, below is the display case that probably was here from the beginning. This case over here has several church items. Presbyterian Church, Wilson Church out at the farm. These individual rooms were set up many years ago. The only difference is we just keep adding items to them, which we have many. We're up to over 5,000 items now in this museum. And we keep getting more. The neat thing about it is it's all local people who have donated these items, and they're usually of some Czech descent, which makes this museum quite unique because it is local items. This is a dining room. I have these podiums set up. There's a picture of each room with each item that is numbered. And it gives a little explanation on it. This is set up as a bedroom. As you can see, like I said, there are gobs of different items. And I'm going to go on top again and get a little bit more. We have some furniture, and then the rest of the baby items. The baby crib. Now I've got to go down. In the center of the room are the showcases, which we have a lot of handiwork, glassware. Oh, up here is an old-time girdle. Old watches, pipes. Some more clothing. As you can see, we have every display filled just about. Here on the wall is business giveaways. Years ago, they used to give free things at Christmas time. This is the back side of the showcase here. This display we just set up. Lloyd Musney had a collection of model cars, all years, all makes. We're not quite completed with it, but it's getting there. Some Indian items. The covered wagon. Donated by T.A. Philippi. And the displays that were made, Charles Novotny, Blanche Puspichel and her husband put them together. This one's Anna's. And on this wall, we have a display of Frank Richtick's knives. If you remember, Frank Richtick was in the Ripley's Believe It or Not. He made these steel knives that no one ever got the recipe for it. When Slavy and Jerry Vodanal's estate was cleaned out, Slavy, for some reason, had acquired all of his letters and literature, which we have in scrapbooks, from all the letters that he received from all the people thanking him for all the good work he did. Here's a display case of old-time toys. And on the top here, we have different items of clothing. On the far left, and the black one is bathing suits. Oh, the blue one is too. We have some lingerie, several old winter coats. In fact, one of them was John Rother. He was the first mayor of Clarkson, and it was a mailman. And of course, back then they had to wear really heavy coats. And then down here we have some check outfits that were donated. These here are Doc and Arlene Udvarkas. We have some dresses from the Centennial. We have the outfits of Ronnie Vavrina and Charles Novotny, who were crowned king in Omaha of the Czech King at the Peony Park. We will proceed to the next room, which happens to be our wedding gown room. This we put into existence in 2005. This wall had bookcases, or I should say had shelving with books, mostly Czech books and Bibles, and we decided to move them upstairs. We had about 5, 6 different wedding gowns, and we decided to put them on those shelves. And since then, everyone that comes in here thinks it's a great idea, so they're bringing in their wedding gowns, their grandma's wedding gowns. Not sure how many we have in here. We've acquired quite a few. Here's a bookcase we made. There was a window there. And there's wedding pictures, old wedding pictures. And on the south side wall here we have confirmation outfits, some more pictures. We have lots of pictures. There are a lot of boxes of pictures around here, and we just put them all up for display. Every so often someone comes in and recognizes somebody, so a name goes onto it. The old player piano. Would like to get it running. Had a guy work on it briefly, but he never came back to finish it. Okay, we will proceed into the back room. On the right here is a little room that Charles Novotny used as his embalming room. And Nancy Dorneman and I, we cleaned it out years ago. Decided to put all the kitchen items in here. So this is our old kitchen. Here on the wall, we have a blackboard that came from the old Clarkson depot. And one of the signs that was on the depot. In fact, we have both of them. Elsie Jonas, well, she was Budding. Elsie Budding gave us one, and Ronnie Verena gave us one. Now this is the back room, the library. We made it into a library in 2013. We had the walls insulated and sheetrocked. Just last year we had a big screen TV put in here so that we could show DVDs. We have several movies and slides of Slavy Vodanals from the 60s. These are frames of pictures of the main street. Slavy also had all these pictures in his house. Took me about 5 years to put them together and research which old picture belonged to which building, and I went to the courthouse and got all the abstract information to see when it was bought and who had bought it over the years. As you can see, the shelving units were custom made. They're oak. We have lots of reading material and pictures, and we had this special display made for, or the shelving unit made for the scrapbooks. We have every high school annual from the beginning in 1953. And at the center, we have showcases. This one has several